Okay, welcome back. Right, in the last course, the Dreamweaver course that we did, although this course is a self-contained course, we created this little linked kind of newsletter thing. So we clicked there and it went to the About Us page. That's gone to my 3D Junkie site. Because I clicked that. There you go. So there we go. So About Us, back and forwards. Right. So let's turn this into a mini microsite. So this course is going to teach you to put some navigation in and also to set up a flash banner. So let's go about, first of all, putting the navigation in. We're going to have 3 pages. So we've already done an About Us page, so we just need to do a Contact Us page. So I'm going to open up Dreamweaver. And here we go, Dreamweaver's opened. So what we want to do, just get this so it's framed nicely, is we've got the index HTML page and we just want to put in some navigation under here in black. So what I've done is I've selected the image there. I'm going to press the forward arrow and then I'm just going to shift and press enter, and now it should allow me to type text into there, which it does. So at this point I want to put a table in there to knock it in. So let's have a look at the settings I used for this table. So a cell padding of 20. So I go back and I'll go to insert and table. I put the length to 600, I think it was 650, the actual size of the image. Rows 1, columns 1, cell padding 20, and click OK. So it's dropped it in there. Let's have a look at cell padding and cell spacing. So cell padding basically spaces, there's an inside. If I turn the border on, make it a bit more visible. So I've come down here, click border, hit enter, and you can see there's a border around it. But if I select now, I can select an inside border, which I'll make white. Make my text white now. Okay, there we go. So we can see that it's knocked it in there. So let's change this, make this 0, and then just do cell spacing to 20. As you can see, that knocks it in there and allows us to put a border around it, which you might want to do. So it's up to you whether you want to use the cell spacing or the cell padding. It's really noticeable when you've got multiple rows or columns. I'm just going to put the padding in there and put the border colour back to 0, just because I was demoing that. So let's go in here and type home, and let's put a hyphen and then About Us, and then another hyphen and Contact Us, and let's format this. I'll go to my style 1, which has already been created. So remember, this was style 1 that we created here, so I've just done the same style for that. I'm going to select this text and I'm going to come down here to the target link here, and I'm going to drag it up to my index there, and I'm going to drag that up to my About Us page, which is called About HTML. And I need to create a new page. So I'm going to just save this as and just put contact, and that will drop in there. And now I need to just select this and put that to my contact. Now what I need to do now is just select this. I need to copy it, so I'm pressing Control C. I'm going to go into my other pages and just do the same, so forward arrow, Shift Enter, and then Control V, put that in there. And in my home page, arrow forwards, Shift Enter, Control V. So now all the pages are all set up with these. So I'm going to save this, I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save this. So that's setting up a simple page there. So in here, for instance, the contact page, I might not want the image in there. I might just want this, so I select this inside one and I'm just Control Xing to cut it out. I'm going to select both of these columns and merge them. Now I'm going to come back in there, press Control V to paste it back in, and of course I could change the width to 650, and then I could call this Contact Us, and in here I could put the contact details, so 0208 12345678 9, and email social at 3djunkie.net. And I just want to set up with a link, so I'm copying this, Control C, coming down to my link, and I use my mail to MAILTO colon, and then Control V to paste my email address in, and then come back into the page. And of course you could put address here as well if you liked. Like that. And I don't want this link because the navigation has changed, so I just want to save this out again. I'm going to go into the About Us, and we could change that as well, put a new image in there. But what we want to do now, so we've got this set up, let me just demo it working. Come back to my browser window, press F5 on the keyboard. Let's just shuffle between these. The About Us, Contact Us, Home, the About, Contact Us, all works fine. Mail to works. Excellent. So right, what we want to do now is get back to the home page, and what I'm going to do is put a little flash banner in here instead of having this one. So I'm going to look at the size here. It's 371 by 388, so let's make a note of that. And now I'm going to start setting up my assets to create a little bit of a flash animation going on in here, which is what we'll do in the next lesson. So I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll start setting this up. Okay, welcome back. Right, let's now set up our flash banner as we said. So I'm going to go into images, and this is my image that I originally used, but I want to use the design file, which is in design. I want to open that, and I'm going to create a simple flash banner that's got the ant and just says find out more about this ant animation, and just have the text sort of maybe scrolling or something. So that's it there. Let me just view my guides, which are cropped in there. That's nice. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this to the right size, and I'm also going to double check. So I'm going to go to image, that's image, let me frame that, otherwise you won't be able to see what's going on. Okay, image size, I've got 371 by 388, which I know that my image actually is 371 by 388. That's fine. So that's good. And so I wanted to cut that out. Maybe I want to add something or take something away. Or separate him out, which is what I'll do. So I'm going to turn off all of these layers, including the background and my little logo. And I'm going to save this out. I'm going to crop it a bit more as a PNG file. Now, a PNG file saves an alpha channel, which is basically this clear color underneath that you can see by way of a checker. So I go to File, Save for Web, and I select here the PNG 24, and I'm just going to save that in my stuff. In my training website. I'm just going to save it in here as image, and then ant, save that there. Okay, apart from that, the rest is black. I have got a logo in there, but I'm not even going to put the logo in on this. So that done, I'm going to close this down. I'm not going to save it because otherwise I'll write over the top of my newsletter. So I click no. So now our dimensions we've got to worry about 371 by 388. So I'm now going to open up good old Flash, and the version of Flash that I'm using is Flash Professional CS5. In the meantime, while it's opening up, I'm going to come to where the file is, which is there. I'm going to right hand click, create a new folder, and call it Flash. Then I'm going to drag my image of the ant into that file, and then I'm going to keep all my assets for this Flash design file in the Flash folder, which eventually I'll put into Designs folder. With the outputted Flash file going into the www folder. Now, Flash always takes a little bit of time to load up, especially with the screen grabbing software on and recording software on as well. Okay, right, the first thing I want to do is to resize this so that you can see what's going on. It's been a bit of a pain today. Or maybe it'd be better when I open this up. Right, I'm going to just click Action Script 2. And I'm also going to close down the windows. I have dual monitor set up, so I've got all my palettes on the other side. It's not the best way to demo this to you. God, it won't even let me get the thing across. Crazy. Of course, when you drag it to the top, it goes full screen. I can't win today. That's better. Okay, so this is what you'll be left with once you click Action Script 2. Right, so the first thing I need to do is to make this the right size. So I go to my window and my property, and this will open up, and I click Edit in here, and I've got to find out what the size is again because I've forgotten. So go back in here, look at the size, 371, 388. So 371, 388, and click OK. And I'm going to set the frame rate down to 18, or actually 15 frames. This is the frames that it will play at, so it's 15 frames a second. I'm going to come in to layer 1, which I'm going to name Image, and I'm going to click in that first frame, and I'm going to go Insert, File, Import, and Import to Stage, or Control R. And I'll be using Control R from now on, so remember that is something, a shortcut that you need to know. This will take a while at first to prepare the import, and then I'm basically going to just go in and grab my peng file which we had, in my stuff folder, training, flash, there, open, and he'll drop in here, and you might think nothing's happened, but as you can see, look, I've still got my transparency, which is nice. I could have done it as black, but I might want it fading out, so that's the reason I did it this. In fact, I will have it fading out. So now I'm going to click in the screen here and go to Window and down to Property again. I want to change the stage color to black, so I'm going to pick black there from the color picker, and I'm just going to drag this off to the side. So now we've got that in there. Now I'm going to create a new layer by coming down here, and I'm going to grab a text tool there. I'm going to type in here, welcome to the latest training, and the text is horrible, so the horrible color, so I'm going to make that white. So I'm going to come down here to properties again, pick white, and I'm also going to reduce the size down by just dragging this. That's about right. Now I want this text to go across here slowly from left to right, so I put it there in position, and I want it to do it over 3 seconds, which will take me up to 30, 45. So I'm going to come over to 45, I'm going to click this frame, and then I'm going to I'm going to press the shift key, and then I'm going to click this frame, so they're both highlighted. Now I'm going to press F5, or you can right hand click and insert frame. Now with this top layer, and that's where this text is, on this top layer, you can lock the bottom layer if you like. I'm going to come into here, right hand click, and I'm going to create a classic tween, and then at this point I'm going to press F6 or insert keyframe. Now while that's selected, I'm going to do my move, so I'm moving it right away across, holding the shift so it doesn't go up and down. And now it will go across here, and it will just keep repeating. That's all I want to do. I could do some special effects with that and things like that, but this is just to show you how this works. So now I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to export the movie, and I'm going to put it into my training website, I'm going to put it in the root and go and call it something. Image. Save that in there. Now you can save this if you like. I'm not going to. I'm pretty confident it'll work. Now to find it, I've gone into my WW. I'm just going to double click here. You do need to have Flash Player installed, and there we go. It's a bit quick, but it will show you. But that's now a Flash file. So how do we get a Flash file into our page? Easy. Open Dreamweaver up again. Index. Get this image and just press backspace to delete it. Now I want to go up to Insert and Media and Flash. Now I want to select my Flash and click OK and name it whatever you like and click OK, and it will drop it in there. Now when I save it, it will set up a script, AC run JavaScript script. Let it do that, and you'll see a new folder has been over there. So now if I save this, it's already been saved. Go into my index file, open that up in my browser, and you'll see that the Flash movie, it might throw a help protect. It's because it's locally being run on my machine, and Flash can have ActiveX controllers embedded into them. This hasn't, but it doesn't know that. So right hand click and allow blocked content, click yes to that, and there you go, it's running. Now that will not come up when you've actually put it online, but like all these things, if someone's browser window is set up with security to not let Flash, then it won't. Okay, so that's basically how to set up Flash inside of that and to set up a mini microsite. Remember, you can go in and edit these orange bar areas using the design file, the asset files which I uploaded for you, and of course you could put proper unsubscribe info in there. So the next course I want to do is actually showing you how to upload it, so it'll be an FTP course, and that will kind of finish this mini course off. And the next course I'm going to do, I'm going to move into actually producing a proper newsletter and putting it into an actual engine that will output it. The engine that I'll use will be possibly JNews, part of a Joomla installation. And in fact, while I'm on that, I might even do the full site in Joomla, rather than try and teach you lots of code. Just to tell you, we've been working in this kind of WYSIWYG editor, but a lot of the time I'm actually in this part of it, which is the code. And this is the HTML code behind everything. So if I click here, for instance, and then go into the code, it'll highlight that part and the code that surrounds it. So get a book out on learning HTML and you'll see all these codes, and they'll make a little bit more sense to you. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this second part to the Dreamweaver course, which taught you how to put a Flash file into this mini microsite as well.